Hey guys, welcome to the Nomadic Owl Oracle. My name is Jessica, and this is going to be the general weekly read from the 27th until June the 2nd of 2019. Please keep in mind that my readings are fluid in timing, which means that this could resonate when you watch this, prior to, or after watching this video. It doesn't mean that just because I'm putting it out right now that that is the exact time that it has to apply. If it resonates with you, that's great. If not, please check back later and maybe the next week will resonate with you. With it being a general reading, there's no guarantee that it actually is going to apply to everybody. I apologize. If you would like to book a personal reading, you're more than welcome to do so. So I'm going to put on a little couple of things before I get started because, I am kind of new to doing this and not everybody has watched all my videos. There are a couple things that I'm going to point out is I do like to read in energies. So if a card or something states a male or a female, please keep in mind that that could apply to anybody. It is an energy-based thing in my reading. So if it resonates for a man and it says it's a woman in your reading, put it as it applies in your life and your situation. Again, if this doesn't resonate with you, then don't try to make it resonate with you. There are plenty of readers that might have a message for you, but don't try to make something fit that doesn't fit for your life and what's going on in your current circumstances. I do cuss at times, so if you do not like cussing, I would highly suggest to click off because I am not going to monitor every single thing I say. I'm going to talk to you how I talk to my friends and how I normally am to be my most truest, authentic self when I do these readings. Another thing, guys, is I apologize if you hear a lot of noise outside. It is a holiday weekend and I live in a campsite. So there are a lot of people out there and my neighbors currently have kids that are going AWOL out there. They're kind of crazy right now. So please keep that in mind. I do have animals as well. So at some point you might see my animals. If you do, I apologize. I have a small house. And another thing I want to point out is I like to go ahead and sit with the cards prior to turning on the reading. I like to do my meditations and all that prior to doing this to get started. So that way I'm already acclimated with what's going on, and any messages that I get, I sit with those for a minute. So without any further delay, I will go ahead and get started. The deck that I'm using for this week is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. I really like it a lot. With it being Memorial Day tomorrow and it's Memorial Day weekend currently, I felt that this might be a good deck to use because of it, remembering your ancestors and all that, okay? And people that have passed or lived before you. I apologize, that was my cell phone and I thought it was on mute. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get started. So the first card that we have for this week is the Shapeshifter. It says, transform and unveil your gifts. So with this card coming up, guys, to me, what it's saying is, in certain situations and circumstances, you might be one way, but you're needing to go about doing things in a different way. You're needing to transform yourself, maybe your actions and what you do as far as, how you move about and how you go and proceed forward in certain situations and circumstances. So keep that in mind, like maybe you're in a new experience that you've never been in before, and it's telling you that now is a time to tap into seeing what you need to change and tap into moving forward and doing things differently than what you are used to or how you used to. The second card that we have for this week is the Hunter. It says, track down your fears and desires. So this card to me would be stating that it is telling you that you need to accept what your fears are and overcome those. You need to fight those and move past those so that you can bring your desires and your dreams and your goals into fruition. So maybe that's what this Shapeshifter card is talking about. You're having to change the way that you do things to let go of these fears so that you can proceed forward into bringing in your dreams and the things that you're wanting to attain at this time. And then the third card that we have for this week is Elder. It says, move beyond ancestral patterns. So with this card coming up, to me, what it's stating is maybe we have been stuck in this mode that, we can only be this, we can only do this, and this is how we have to go about reacting and acting and showing ourselves to everybody else. But what it truly is saying is you have to make up your mind how you want to live. I am so sorry, guys. How you want to live and how you want to perceive, going forward. It's all about you. Yes, your ancestors, yes, your past loved ones, the people that came before you had a certain way of doing things. But if that doesn't work for you, then now it's saying is the time to change that. It's time to move past these barriers and go forward bravely, knowing that you can do whatever you would like to do. Another thing that I would like to point out in the shapeshifter card is shapeshifters, especially to Native Americans and other places and people, they're all about taking on the energy of specific animals, to transform themselves into that. So at this point, if you're seeing specific animals or, God bless, I am so sorry, guys. I'm going to have to turn this off. Bear with me 1 second, okay? So if you're at a point where you're having to, go forward and change how you are, and you keep seeing these certain animals, or you keep noticing these signs that have specific animals or something like that that's standing out to you to the point that you're noticing it, it's saying that maybe you need to recognize that and take on that medicine that animal has. So people don't always understand. Animal medicine is the energy, the attributes that these animals have. So like, for example, if you see a wolf, they're very strong. They're very independent. They do run in packs at times, but they can be by themselves as well. So it's all about cooperation if they work in a pack. But if they're a solo lone wolf, then they're being able to go forward in their life and do what they need to do to survive by themselves. You also have the scales of a snake on here. Snakes are all about transformation. It's all about shedding the old so that you can be the new. You also have this man, the hunter, that has the horns. And so he's a hunter and he has all these different things adorned on him. So maybe he also is trying to take on the medicine, take on the characteristics of these animals or, people, whatever, to be able to move forward. So like, for example, what I'm going to say is if you're seeing something and it's standing out to you, pay attention to that. If something gives you inspiration, if someone, an animal inspires you, then at this time, what it's trying to tell you is to take on that energy. Try to be that yourself. The saying goes, fake it till you make it. I know that sounds kind of shitty, but let's be real. Pretend that you are that until you get to the point where you actually are. We all have to start somewhere. And if you're not used to being a certain way, and if you're not used to doing things a certain way, or, acting in a certain manner, then you have to start somewhere. We all have to start somewhere. We can't just come out being super fantastic, knowing how to do everything and be every single way. So it's all about a learning process. It's all about you adapting to the situation and circumstances and moving forward in that, okay? So now I'm going to actually read from the book the meanings of these cards to give you a more in-depth meaning to these cards, okay, guys? And again, I'm so sorry about my phone. I don't know what's going on, but everybody decides to text me right now, and I thought it was on mute, so I'm so sorry. So, for the shapeshifter, it says, take your time and focus on developing your gifts and strengths. In Native traditions, a shapeshifter is either an animal that has the capacity to change between species or a shaman who has the capacity to transform into an animal to go journeying. If there is a wild animal you are particularly drawn to, I just said this, or fascinated by, it's probably because you can transform into one in your meditation or journeying in practice to go exploring into the other worlds. When you shift into animal form, you can see the world through different eyes and tap into the animal's survival skills to help yourself through a particular situation. You may have been through many challenges and lows, but now you're in a space of transformation. You're moving beyond your past challenges and honing in your current strengths. There are opportunities for you to discover and rediscover the gifts and talents that you were born with and born to share. All of your past experiences have only helped you see how strong you really are. You are an amazing soul who can change and transform in ways that people least expect. You have many talents, and you will share these in your lifetime. You are guided to stay focused on the light, knowing that it will guide you forward. When this card arrives, there's also an opportunity for you to tap into your power of your spirit animal. Note, if you're seeing a particular animal regularly, like I just said, it's because its medicine is coming to you at this time. Okay, well, look, man, we were just talking about that. So obviously somebody out there is seeing a certain animal and they're like, damn, I keep seeing this animal. Why am I seeing this animal everywhere? You are seeing this animal everywhere because it has a message for you. It has energy that you need to take on at this time. It has different powers, abilities that you need at this time for you to proceed forward. So know that and try to acknowledge that. If you don't know what the animal means, all you have to do is go on to Google, guys, just being honest, and Google, I don't know, fucking grasshopper medicine or grasshopper spiritual meaning, whatever the animal is. Do it like that, type it in, look it up, and you'll find out some information. It'll be very helpful to you. Like I said, we all have to start somewhere. I didn't know what half of the things that I know in the past, but I researched, like if there's something that you're curious about or something that's sticking out to you, maybe do some research into it to understand it better instead of just letting it go. Me personally, I like to learn as much as I can. I like to know as much as I can. I'm not saying that I'm always going to know everything, but I like to be informed. And I also like to be able to see things from different perspectives. And so that's kind of what this is saying to you at this time, guys. So the second card, the Hunter, bear with me one second. The Hunter, it says, track down your fears and desires. Track down all of your fearful thoughts and feelings when you find them, and you will find your desires too. The Hunter card is based on my favorite Celtic god, Cernunnos, or Cernunnos, however you say it. I can't ever say this word right, but I absolutely love and adore him. He is the stag god of the wild and represents both the hunted and the hunter. Similarly, the Hunter helps you connect with an energy that is both fearful and fearless. Your fears are the only things that are standing between you and what you desire at this time. So you have to come face to face with them, as the Hunter does with wild animals, and go beyond them. So it's also saying to you, it says, instead of being hunted down by your fears or other feelings that you have been buried or kept inside, become the hunter. You're being given confidence and strength at this time, so use your power to make a difference. You are not here to cower away and to live in the shadows. You are here to realize your fullest potential, but this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. When this card arises in a reading, there could be an opportunity to face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. So it says, if you are a man or identify as a male, this card represents your masculinity and an opportunity to know more deeply about yourself. If you're a female or an identity as a female, this card represents your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome limitations. So this to me is saying to you, like I said, you have to take on those characteristics to be brave, to move forward, to learn, to shift the way that you're doing things so you can progress, so you can get out of this current mode that you've been in and go into life forwardly, knowing that you are about to attain what it is that you're setting your mind to. You have the power. You have the abilities to change things that you don't like in your life. You have the power to move forward. And you also have the ability within yourself to take back control over a situation and say, you know what, fuck this. This is not how it's going to end. This is not how I'm going to proceed. And I'm going to change this. I'm going to change how I react to this. I'm going to change how I'm involved in the situation. That is what this is saying to you at this time, guys. And then the last card that we have is the Elder. And the Elder, bear with me one second. It says, move beyond ancestral patterns. It says, move beyond the limitations that you have set for yourself by your family members, past and present. Know that the energy of your spirit is more powerful than genetics and behavioral patterns. The Aboriginal people are the oldest tribal people still living on the planet. Their hunter-gatherer culture and ancient spirituality are rooted in traditions and balance within the earth. So the Aboriginal ancestors are offering you not only wisdom that will help you heal and adapt to ever-changing planet, but also an understanding of what a spiritual life should be and look like. The elder is an ancestor who comes with a message of healing change. He is an embodied soul, yet he has had journeys that go beyond the physical. Therefore, he represents a reclamation of power. When he appears, it's an acknowledgement, it's an acknowledgement that you have the capacity to move beyond the limitations that have been placed upon you. If you have had expectations of success, failure, sadness, and even sickness placed upon you by your family, it's important to know that you are here to create your own story. This card represents personal healing that will bring healing to your family lineage, past, present, and future. Know that you get to decide what you take on and what you do not. And also know that your ancestors are rooting for you and are sorry for all the setbacks that they have created for you. Okay, guys. This is saying, learn from the past. Learn from other people's mistakes. See things as they truly are. If you don't like something in the way that people are acting or the way that someone is moving forward in their life, make sure that you don't do that. This is your time to take back control. Like I was saying, you have the power within you. You have this mode, this mentality that is available to you now to help you to proceed forward and break these cycles, break these chains, break this negative energy. If somebody is being an asshole to you, whether they're family, that you're currently close to or not, you have to take back control of your life. Don't allow them and their behavior to affect you anymore. It's your choice on how you go about doing things, and it's your choice on how you move forward in a situation. We all have a choice. So what this is saying to you now, either you shift, take back control, and move past this, or you're going to continue to stay in this loop. So this week, what you have available to you is the ability to change yourself, to change how you react to things and how you move forward. You also have to overcome your fears and the blockages that are keeping you locked in this negative mindset and this negative pattern. You have the control. You have the power, whether you see it or not. The more that you see these animals, the more that you see these signs, pay attention to them. Know that it is your ancestors, your guides, your angels, creator, the universe, whatever the fuck you believe in. They are there for you to help you, to show you these signs. This reading right here is a very strong reading, whether you see it or not. The choice is up to you guys. How do you want to move forward? Do you want to continue to go about doing things the way that you've been doing them and feeling stuck and just unhappy? Or do you want to break that cycle and move forward? So guys, I hope that you move forward and you take the changes and you make the moves that you need to make at this time. I hope that this helped you. Again, if this didn't resonate, please check back later and maybe the next one will. Also, if you'd like to schedule a reading, I do offer 8-card spread readings for $20. There is no time limit, and you get to pick what decks that we use. So, without any other things, guys, if you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. This channel is fairly new, and I'm trying to get it built. I will be honest, this is not my favorite thing to do, but you guys like it, so I'm going to keep doing it. Anyways, I hope you have a great week. Happy Memorial Day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.